Good morning. I'm Jenny.
I'm Jay, and welcome to Wake Up with Jenny and Jay. Wow, you are singing this morning. You are happy. I
I
love
am
it.
running on 2 hours sleep and I feel fabulous, Jay.
As always, that is like your normal. Like you're able to like do that. Like me, everyone knows I gotta have my eight to 10 hours of sleep. Otherwise, I'm not functioning well. Which I think I told you a moment ago. Like, yeah, I
Yep.
did. I stayed up late last night binge watching stuff. So
I heard, and you fell in love with a new series, I heard.
I did, and Amazon, if you want to sponsor us, I'll go ahead. So I fell in love with a new show called Invincible.
Ooh.
It's a animated series on Amazon Prime, and it's based off a comic book, and it's a really good, a little graphic, but it's a really good story about a kid who doesn't have powers but wants to be like his super powered father. He ends up getting powers, so he has to learn how to train and do all that lovely hero trope stuff. And it's a really good,
He is
compelling
mean.
story about you, right?
I I just had a little bit of a burpula. I'm not sure if the audience heard that, but it just popped up to say hello, and now it's gone back down below. Um, my bad.
Ooh, hey.
I wasn't sure how loud that was, so I wanted to acknowledge it.
Oh, we appreciate the properness and the politeness. Thank you, appreciate that. but the show is really good, and I fell in love with the characters almost instantly because like it has oh Stephen Yee. I believe is how you say it's like he's from The Walking Dead. It's like where his like
Oh,
claim to
okay.
fame was. Glenn
Yep.
from Walking Dead. I'm trying to think of some Mark Hamill. Oh,
Oh, Mark Hamill
the
is
voice
great.
actors behind it is amazing, and my fault for not having all the list in front of me, but it's like I said, it's a very awesome show. Very adult. Do not have the kids watching this. It's very
Okay.
adult,
Okay.
but it's a good show. I love it. It's awesome. It's episode 3 at the time of this recording, so it's easy to catch up.
Well,
Love it.
well, I will have to take a look. I have to say I have also jumped on the Amazon Prime bandwagon and I am
Right.
loving it, my friend. I am
Mm-hmm.
loving it. It is so I already had Amazon Prime because,
Yeah.
I am a supporter of small businesses.
Yes, she is. She
AKA
is.
I've purchased a lot of crap from Amazon. Um, so I already
I'm sorry to interrupt. If anyone could see Jenny and I's text conversations or each other messaging each other in TikTok or Instagram, you would see all we ever do is send each other these little things that we waste our money on. That's all we ever do. Right?
But they are
That's it.
genius though. Every
They
time
are. They are.
every time we watch a TikTok video and somebody does something fabulous with a knickknack, both
Mm-hmm.
of us are like, "What? I didn't know you could cut a potato that way."
Exactly, right.
Like,
And I think the coolest thing, or not should say the coolest thing, but the last thing that stays on my mind is I believe you sent me a fan that compresses down. It's
yes,
like a mini fan, and it comes up and it has like a ring light to it. It has like
yes.
this little mist that can come out, a place to put your phone, like all these cool things for like all these wind tunnel effects. And like if
Yeah.
you're on social media, you got to do things to stay interesting. And we are just like, oh my God, I so gotta have that. So
You gotta have the wind tunnel. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Speaking of wind tunnel, my friend, can you hear
Yeah.
me okay? Do you know I have a constant on-off relationship with my audio. But
Mm-hmm.
how can you hear me okay? Is there
Well, hold on. Let me put my sound engineer
uh-huh.
ears to the
Yeah.
test. So if you don't mind, like keep rambling for a second and let me see what I got.
The A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T cucumbers in the market. Elmo farted. What's going on?
Okay,
Okay,
stop.
yeah,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Okay.
All right, you're good. You're good. I'm sorry. I think that's the first time in my years of doing sound engineering, which
Uh-huh.
I'm not perfect, but you sound good. You sound great.
Okay, great. Perfect.
We'll have to see what it
Yeah.
sounds like in playback, but as of
Um,
right now, what I'm hearing, it sounds great.
Fabulous. I want to update the thing that's on everybody's mind. I just want to take a minute to update everybody on the shampoo situation, the new
Oh
shampoo
yes, yes,
situation
yes. We're
from
on the edge
last
of our
week.
seats. What's been going on?
OM Geezers. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, I've fallen in love. I have fallen in love with this
Oh.
L'Oreal oil shampoo. Never
Ooh,
in my life did I think I would enjoy an oil-based shampoo. Look at this
interesting.
volume. It's
I know, right?
voluminous.
Straight out the 80s. I love it.
Voluminous. It's like see? And it stays. It stays there. I need no hairspray at all. I mean, I look like, and I
Wow.
am like pure dance mom.
Wow.
Flock of Seagulls. I'm your next crew member. I'm in love with it.
Love it.
It's just fabulous, and it was like $4.
Interesting. Okay. And you said it's oil based? I had no
Yes, it
idea.
has like all these different
Uh,
kinds of like luscious, luxurious,
mm,
gorgeous oils like macadamia oil, avocado
yeah.
oil, like
Hmm.
sesame oil, castor oil, all these things. Like I'm sure I'm saying the wrong ones, but it's full of oils. Um, and it is so the volume in my
Hmm.
hair, and I haven't even been drying my hair lately. I've just been like washing it and letting it dry on its
Uh-huh.
own. And
Yeah.
it's been like Photoshop fabulous. So,
Oh, snap.
L'Oreal,
Okay.
if you're listening to this, hook a girl up.
All right. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm trying to grow my hair out a little bit. So we'll see what's going
Well,
on.
I know volume is super important for you, Jay.
Oh, it
That's one
always
of
is. It
your
always is.
yeah,
Always
that's one
is.
you like that's not a lie. You've said that
Yeah.
before. Volume
Yeah.
is like exact.
Always. Always.
What are you drinking, my friend?
So I'm drinking chai tea because there is a brand, Bigelow. I always
Oh,
forget how to say
yes.
it. Yes,
Yes.
their chai tea is pretty good with a little bit of almond and or soy milk. Yeah,
Mm. Bigelow.
magnifique.
Why does that sound like a inappropriate word? Hmm.
Deuce Bigelow, male
Deuce
gigolo.
Bigelow. Male gigolo. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
every time I see this brand, I'm like, ha ha, Deuce. Love it.
Deuces
Love
are
it.
wild.
And of course, I have my lovely little uh, my Grogu mug here.
Baby
Baby
yokes.
Yoda, if you're nasty.
I have my Disney princess mug.
Ooh, I like
Once a
it.
princess, always a princess, and I stand
Yes.
by that.
I agree.
Um,
I agree.
and you know who I saw had so these are some of my favorite mugs, these Disney
Mm-hmm.
mugs. They're
Yeah.
just a great size
Uh-huh.
and they look nice
Mm-hmm.
and they hold a lot of liquid that I never finish because I can never finish a cup of anything around this house.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I have only ever seen another person with these types of Disney mugs, and you know who it is? It's Liquid Shano on TikTok.
Oh, I love him. He is so positive, such an awesome
Yes.
guy. Me and him talk periodically.
I mean,
Well, I
we'll rub
shouldn't
it
say
in,
periodically, but
go ahead.
he
Yep. I mean, we're not so tight,
No,
but
I'm not saying like we talk often. It's just like every so
okay.
often
That's
we
fine.
throw each
No, you have friends and I don't. I hear you. I get it. Yep, whatever.
Stop it. He is an awesome guy, and he's such a rare. Like he has a YouTube channel. He's on Instagram. He has TikTok. I'm not gonna say like he responds quickly, but he does his best to respond to everybody who reaches out to him. And he is just an awesome. And plus, he's also an artist. Like he draws
He
people's
is.
bios, and like he's such a good guy. I love him to death. I couldn't say enough about Liquid Shano. He's awesome.
He's a very lovely man. A very lovely man.
Mhm.
So how was your weekend, sir? I almost wanted to ask you if we missed a Monday because I feel like it's taken forever to get to this
Yeah,
Monday.
this last week has been exceptionally long, and like I was a little busy this week, but
Really?
this
What were you
week,
doing? Who were you with? What's new? Hmm, hmm. Why are you so busy this week and not every other week? Really? What's going on?
okay, so truth be told, everyone, Jenny's a little mad at me because this week was the official, well, I say the soft launch of another show that I have, or relaunch of another show I have. It was just Bite the Bullet, and the show now has a panel of people speaking, and
That I was
they're
invited
also
to. Yeah. I'm sorry. Why am I being so mean to you today? Why am I'm literally attacking you today on air. What's going
But the real, like, I couldn't ask you because I know how. See, everyone doesn't know how busy and how important of a woman you truly are. You're amazing, and you are like you have your own business. You have this show, plus you have your own show that has launched your podcast and everything. So you're very busy, and That the show that I'm doing is a little bit different, and
Yeah.
you're always welcome. I plan on you being a future guest on
Uh-huh.
the show.
Mark it down.
But
Yep.
this show is a little bit like our show right now is like a funny, lighthearted. We don't
Yes.
really get into serious things a lot.
Right.
The other show with them, it's funny, but we get into a lot of serious topics.
Right.
And I know you want to be a part of that. You will be a part of it. Right now, it just needed to be with them, and it's a different platform. And I have other friends, and you're my close friend. You're my
What?
sister, but they're just I don't know. I feel like I'm digging a hole, so I'm gonna shut up.
No, honestly, I was literally just ribbing you. I wasn't even
I know, I
promoting
know.
the show. I wasn't, but yes, but you do have a new show out called The Bite the
Yes,
Bullet. We want to share
right.
that with the
Thank
audience.
you, everyone. Yes.
And people can check it out on Instagram. Are you on Facebook with it?
We're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We're working on Twitter, and we're
Ooh,
on
nice.
Twitch. So we're in a
Oh,
couple of different places. You can find the audio version on wherever you decide to get your podcast fix. But if you want to see our lovely faces, yes, YouTube, Facebook, and possibly it's Twitch and possibly Twitter. We're still
very
working that out.
nice.
So yeah.
Very nice. I hope you can't hear that. There's some lovely construction going on upstairs.
Oh, and see, I was thinking somebody was in the back getting randy. So, but you know.
Rabid.
But
Yeah,
But the weekend actually was good. The
good.
week was busy, but the weekend was really good. And it was one of the reasons why it was good. I have two kids. I
Mhm,
spend a lot of time with my kids.
mhm.
And a lot of times I can't spend time with them separately because you don't want
Right,
to spend one more time with the other, or the way things work, you have both of them. So you can't
right,
spend time with just one of them. However, usually when I go places, I ask my kids if they want to go. And a lot of times they say no, just because they know daddy doesn't really buy them a lot of things. Like we don't just buy
right.
stuff.
Yeah.
However, my daughter, I guess, is at the point where she's like changing and becoming who she's going to be as a person. And
Yeah.
I asked both of them if they wanted to go. And my son, he was like, no, I think I'm going to stay here. My daughter, however, was like, yeah, daddy, I'll go. I'll go. And I was
Nice.
like, okay, cool. So me and her had a full-on daddy-daughter day. We got to go to the
Aw.
mall, got to go to Starbucks, we got to go to Books a Million, which is like one of our favorite places. Got to
Ooh.
spend time looking books, seeing what each other likes. We
Ooh.
got to have a long car ride to and from, got to have some really good conversation. And I had this moment as a dad of realizing that a lot of times I try to give her advice. I try to fix
Mm.
her life and make her what I feel she needs to be. And a friend of mine recently had told me kids aren't meant to be molded, they're meant to
Right.
be unfolded. And that thought has been staying in my mind for like weeks now.
Mhm.
So this opportunity presented itself. So I was very consciously trying my best to be like, you know what? Don't give advice. Don't give advice. Just listen. Just talk. Don't give advice. Just talk.
Yeah.
So and we did that. And I feel like we had a very good, lovely conversation. And kudos. So I had a really good weekend.
Very
That was my
lovely.
highlight. So
You
yes.
may like, I don't know if you've ever heard about Dr. Shafali.
No, I haven't heard.
She's a psychologist, but she works mainly with the relationship with kids and parents. But
Oh,
but
okay.
she's does a lot with children,
Yeah.
and it's on that sort of same wavelength that children are individuals and we don't own them, even though
Right.
we have this habit of saying my child and my daughter, and
Yes. Hmm.
which is a very natural thing for people to say. I mean, we don't
Right.
need to get away from that, but it's just the
Hmm.
recognition of the fact that we don't own our kids. We are just here
Absolutely.
to support them to become
Hmm.
good people.
Hmm.
And we have to respect their boundaries and respect their learning process. But you check it out, Dr. Shafali.
Okay.
She's written a couple of books, and I really
Dr.
enjoy her.
Shafali. Okay,
Yeah,
I will
I
check
really
Dr.
enjoy her.
Shafali out. And
Yeah.
also,
Also,
rumor has it that
mhm.
you might be having something kids can attend over like this next day or
Oh,
so.
well, thank you, my
Maybe.
friend, for shouting that out. Yes,
Nice little
I
segue there.
holla. As you know, I have a mindful based clinic that I run,
Yes.
and I am going to be hosting a free Zoom session for mindfulness for children.
Yes.
And it will be Tuesday, March 30th, so tomorrow, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
Mm.
any kids that are interested, ages 5 to 12, there's 5 to 10 seats available, give or take. So just, DM me or send me a
Mhm.
message and check with your parents first, of course,
Of course.
and send me your email so I can send you the Zoom link. And if there's any teachers or parents or adults listening that want to have their kids participate in learning some mindful based techniques for stress and emotions and anger and how we, deal with things, then yeah, shoot me an email and I will add you to the Zoom list. And it's going to be a bunch of fun. Kids can interact and ask questions. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Mhm.
also, how was your weekend?
My
How things go?
weekend was, let me tell you about my weekend, Jay. It has been extremely stormy here. The
Ooh,
wind is
yeah.
very annoying Sante.
Mm,
You know how much I dislike the wind. I just find it
I've heard. Rumor
an-
has it. Yes.
it's just it's loud, it's in the way,
Mhm.
you know.
Anyone new to the show, Jenny hates the wind. She really does.
It's just rude.
Oh.
It's just rude. So the wind knocked out the internet, and which, if you know me, and you do,
Hmm.
everything about my life is internet based. I run my
Yeah.
business. I have my social media. I do a lot of graphic design work.
Yeah.
I run my magazine. I have my whole life is based off of access to the internet.
Hmm.
And so I'm also doing some schooling, and so I needed to actually write an exam this weekend. So the internet went
All I
out.
all I
Mhm.
saw is like, because you and I were talking throughout the
Yeah,
weekend and you had mentioned what was happening.
yeah.
And all I could see was like, there's this movie with Robin Williams called RV. It's like one of my favorite movies. It's because he's a family man
Yeah,
who like he's a powerful CEO
yeah,
and he's tried to take his family on a trip in an RV. And but at the same time, he's trying to finish a work proposal, or otherwise he's going to get fired, right?
yeah.
So there's a couple scenes where like he loses his laptop because of the comedy, the movie,
Right.
and he's doing his best to write his report on an old-fashioned PDA while he's hovering over a toilet, just
Yes,
clicking away. That's
yes.
the only image I had of you all weekend.
That literally was like, so what I had to do is I had to upgrade my phone plan to
Mm,
like the biggest level of data that they had,
yeah.
which was only like 8 gigs.
Yeah.
And it was not cheap.
Hmm.
They sold me the super expensive, crappy service plan,
Right. You know.
um, which was like $70, 8 gigs,
Wow.
and and here's the kicker.
Hmm.
Within one day, I had got a message that I'd already used 3 gigs. I was like, "What?" Like, this 8 gig
Ouch.
plan would only last
Hmm.
a person like me like 4 days. Like, how is that possible? Like, that's
Excuse
insane.
me.
So,
Yeah.
anyways, I anyways, the specialist came and they were able to fix the
Yeah.
internet, and I got a brand new modem. It's super fancy.
Okay.
Yeah, hope
Nice.
they don't charge me for it.
Ooh.
And and internet is back up and running,
Hmm.
so all is well, my friend, all is well. And I've been
Love it.
continuing doing my Kilimanjaro challenge, which
Nice. So you are crushing it.
bro, I am 20 miles deep in this thing, let me tell you.
Nice. That's what she said. But
That's what
yes,
she said.
love it. But sometimes I wonder, instead of she said, shouldn't it be that's what he said a lot
That's
of
what
different
he
times?
said.
But
You know
anyway, I
what? Yeah,
digress.
we always forget about he. We
Yeah.
always go to the she.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, meh. That's what she said. But
Listen,
also doing the challenge, but I haven't seen you post. So
I
what's
am.
going
I
on with
I
that?
just haven't really
Hustle.
posted it because well no,
Uh-huh.
because like Ginger's about to get mad at me, y'all. She really is.
No, no, no,
So
no, 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 not at
no, because like there are some other people that are doing it as well.
all. Okay.
And there are people who I had met through Bite the Bullet, and
Uh-huh.
they invited me to be a part of their group.
Well, you can
And I,
still go join the community, any community.
well, okay, I didn't know that, but like I
Yeah.
joined their group,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, hey, do you mind if I ask other people to join this group as well?
Uh-huh.
And they were nice about it, but I felt awkward asking other people to join their group, if that makes sense, right? So,
Um, mhm.
and that's a problem with myself. I know that's my own insecurities. I know, but so here's the thing. We've already completed it because I didn't realize.
Excuse me, what?
So I didn't realize. So here's the thing about the joining a group.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't track. I mean, it tracks you individually,
Mhm.
but once the group as a whole completes the journey, it's done.
Oh, you signed up for the group one. I signed up for an individual one.
Well, no, at first that's what I did.
Mm.
I signed up for an individual, but
Mm.
then I joined their group, and because I joined the group, it put all of our miles together, and then now we're done.
Oh, Jay, that's
So,
cheating. That
well, I didn't intentionally do it.
is
And that's one of
cheating.
the reasons why I haven't been posting about it, because like I don't want to make it seem like I'm doing something that I'm not. I mean, I still work out every day, but I just can't post about it. And the funny thing about, like, you log everything through the app.
Oh,
The app
Jay.
doesn't even let me log
Oh,
into the
Jay.
Kilimanjaro anymore because it's completed. It's marked it
Oh,
as
Jay.
done. Like, they
Oh.
sent me a medal and everything. So
Ah!
now, so now I'm just like, okay, yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna sign up for another one. I'm gonna sign up for another one, and I'm gonna do it like individually. Anybody is welcome to sign up with me, but I'm gonna do it as an
No,
individual.
no,
So
no, no
that
one's
way,
signing up with you, Jay. No, you're doing this next one on your own. You're doing the
that's
whole.
what I'm saying. I'll still do it on my own, but like I'll have people with, but like I'll do it, and I'll make sure, and I'll track it. And the word is bond. I'm saying it here publicly. I'll sign up for another one. I will do it on my own, and then so hopefully that'll wipe the slate clean.
Oh,
But I love doing stuff
let
like
me
that. But yeah,
just.
so I hadn't had an opportunity to mention that to you because I couldn't figure out how. Because I saw, because like you're crushing it, like you post every day about it, and like I said, you're like you said, you're 20 miles deep, and I'm just like, wow, she's going for it. I love it. I can't wait till she finishes so I can finally tell her what a
That I
goofball that I
cheated.
was.
Yes. You were dodging a sister this week, bro.
I did not. I did not
You
say. Oh my god,
you're a
I feel
sneaky,
so bad now. I feel so bad.
sneaky Pete. Let me just say to you, let me just say this, Jay.
Yo,
Jay, you're my brother and I love you, but don't ever go against the family again.
you
Ever.
went Godfather on me. You went Godfather on me. Oh wow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. Oh man. I throw myself at the mercy of the court. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, let's get on with the show, my friend,
All
because
right.
we
So
have a
what? So what do we have?
fantabulous
What do we
show.
have? Yeah.
Yeah, we have a fabulous show and it's jam-packed.
Mhm.
We are going to talk about 3 things that we thought were true but aren't.
Right. Yep.
What? And this was an interesting one because there's
Mhm.
so many things that I was like, oh, I thought that was true, but not. Okay.
You have to really
Um,
think about it.
yeah, I had to like
Mhm.
go back, but I got some good ones. We have our
Mhm.
famous 3-question draw,
Yep.
favorite of the show. We're going to talk about
Mhm.
our 5 top favorite foods of all time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Favorite foods.
Holla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And we are introducing a new segment called We Tried It.
Yeah.
We are
Oh man, I don't know if I should be scared or excited, but yeah, we're trying. We tried it. Yeah. Yeah.
we tried it.
Yeah.
We are both going to partake in the trying of a product or item or
Yeah.
substance. No, that's not really the right word.
Substance.
But you know, we're gonna taste test. We're gonna product test is what we're doing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we're gonna have that. And then rumor has it you have a tip of the day.
I do. Ooh,
Okay. And then that'll be the show. We're gonna touch on COVID a little bit and talk
love
about
it.
that. And
Yeah.
that'll be the show.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
Sounds
Are you
good.
ready to go ahead and tell us
I
what you
am
thought was true, but is actually wrong?
yes, I am ready. Now this first one hit me hard as an adult.
Okay. All right.
I did not find this out until I was probably at least my late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know if you recall the show Polka Dot Door. Do you remember
No,
that show?
I don't think I've ever seen that show. Okay.
What? Okay,
No.
so where like my Canadian peeps will know Polka Dot Door. It was on CTV.
Okay.
It was a children's show that was on, I believe, I wanna say every evening, because 'cause I'm pretty sure
Okay.
I watched it every evening.
Mm-hmm.
My Godula, this can you hear the construction upstairs?
No, no, like just barely, just barely.
Holy Hannah banana. Okay. So, Polka Dot Door, children's show.
Mm-hmm.
Every so often in the show, like towards the middle of the show,
Okay.
there was two hosts, a female host and a male host,
Mm,
and they would do their little bit. And then in the middle of the show, the guy would leave to go do something or get something, and
mm.
always, whenever he left, Pokeroo, which was this like mystical creature guy, would
Okay.
show up to
Mm-hmm.
Polka Dot Door. His name was Pokeroo.
Okay.
And he'd interact with the female host, and they chit chat and they talk and they do something fun, and then he'd say, "Oh, I have to go now," and she's like, "No, wait for Jeff to come back," and he'd go, and then Jeff would come back and she's like, "You just missed Pokeroo." And every dang time I watched the show, I was like, he missed him again. Like, I was like, how does this happen? I only found out in my late 20s. Yes, the guy, the guy who left
Oh
was
man.
Pokeroo.
Bless your child heart. You're innocent. You love it. I love
I
it.
was emotionally scarred from that. It took about 7 minutes to process that and get over it. I
Mm,
had no idea that this guy who left, I did not
yeah.
put 2 and 2 together. What?
Mm-hmm.
How could I have done that my whole entire life? I never realized that the guy left to put on the Pokeroo thing.
Well, that one I understand because like as a kid, like you're not thinking of deception. You're thinking like, oh, this is what exactly what I'm seeing, right?
Deception.
And then
Yeah.
as you get older, that childhood mind still stays there of what your memories were, and you don't think about it until someone's like, "Hey, by the way, that guy was in the suit." So I get it.
Apparently, like other people knew. So there
Mm.
was like people in on this. Last to know. Hello.
Oh,
So that
scandalous.
was yeah, that was a little, as you say, deceptive. I think that maybe that's why I distrust men. No, I'm just joking. Uh, that's a
Maybe a
whole
little
other,
bit. That's where it started. That's where it started.
that's a
Yes.
bite the bullet show.
Yes, exactly. Right. Oh man.
Number 2,
Uh huh.
um I always thought, and we were always told, that bats are blind.
Mm. Okay.
But they're not. Their eyesight is actually 3 times better than ours.
Really?
But
Okay.
they prefer to use their sonar
Mm-hmm.
echolocation ear thingy, distance
Yeah.
tracker, majigger flyer things
Right. Uh huh.
to go places. But they are not blind. I always thought bats were blind.
Yeah, because blind is a bat. So, huh?
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Okay, that one I really did not know. All right.
I know. Fascinating. Yeah. And
Hmm.
my third and final one, which this is
Mm-hmm.
going to blow your mind because
All
we
right.
were always taught this as kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you swallow your gum, it's going to take 7 years to digest in your
Yeah,
stomach,
everyone's heard that.
right?
Yeah.
Everyone's heard that, right? Gum is actually indigestible. So it passes through your system like corn, seeds. You
Hmm.
don't digest it. You swallow it and it passes right through. Can you believe that?
No, I mean, not that you say it, it makes sense. But it's like, huh? Never
We
thought
I
about.
just I
Okay.
feel like we've been
Huh?
lied to this whole time. Like, I
I
mean,
know,
I
right?
just feel like next, like they're gonna tell me like the Santa Claus is not real. Like, I feel like
Are
I
you
don't
gonna tell her? Or
wanna
should I tell her?
I don't wanna just, you know, okay. Just saying, like there's
Oh
a lot of
man.
things there's a lot of untruths going around,
No,
Jay.
I understand you completely because once you like something that you believe all your life
Mhm.
turns out to not be true, you're just like, wait a minute, what? Like,
Uh-huh.
how is that even possible? But I don't know. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know if
Mm.
mine are as earth shattering,
Yeah,
but
earth shattering, yeah.
so my first one is I don't know if you know the actress Bryce Dallas Howard,
Yes, she's
right?
Ron Howard's daughter.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right?
She's
So she's been in
talented.
Spider-Man 3, Jurassic World, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of other movies. She's a very famous
Mhm.
actress. And I always thought her and Jessica Chastain from It, The Martian, and Another Person were the same person. When I would see them in
Oh,
movies, I always thought they were the same person. I mean, of course, I would have this thought like, oh, she looks a little bit different, but it's the same person. Like, I never until I saw
mhm.
The Help, and I was like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah,
Yes.
they're two different people. So yeah,
Yes. They
yeah, I always
what
thought they were
that's
the same.
that's an honest mistake, I have to tell you, because
Yeah.
yeah, they look
Mhm.
very similar, both very beautiful women,
Right. Exactly.
both extremely talented.
Agreed.
Yeah.
By far, yes.
And
Hmm.
who's the other one that the other girl that looks the same? There's Amy something, the girl that's married to Borat.
Oh. I know who you're talking
Amy
about because she was in
Fisher?
the wedding. Yes,
Amy
Amy Fisher.
Fisher? And
Yes.
she looks similar to um mm,
The lady who just played Lois Lane in the snack Zack Snyder film. I know who you're
yeah,
talking about, but they look
yeah.
alike.
They do look alike, and they always
Right.
say we get mistaken for each other all the time. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So.
interessante.
Mm.
Okay,
All right.
carry
So
on.
the next one is a little odd. So I grew
Mhm.
up I grew up around a lot of
Porn.
superstitious people.
Oh,
Well, yes, corn
okay.
too, but superstitious people, right? And one of the urban myths that I learned as a kid was
Hmm.
something called night witches. So if no one has
Oh.
ever heard of a night witch, it's when you're sleeping and for some reason you awaken but you can't move. So
Oh.
I was always told that it's because a night witch is laying on you, keeping you from moving, and that she is doing some kind of mystical mumbo jumbo to you,
Voodoo
right? And it's
voodoo.
and it's going to affect your life or your day later on, right? So that's what I grew up kind of believing,
Oh my
somewhat,
gosh.
yada yada. So like it wasn't until in my adulthood I realized that there was actually a medical term for this called sleep paralysis that
Yes.
affects, I think it's like 1 in 4 or 5 people, that like
Mhm.
every so often there's no real explanation for it. It's just when you wake up, like for some reason when you're sleeping, you wake up, your body hasn't, like there's a disconnect, like your body's still in sleep mode,
Right.
but for some reason your cognitive functions are still like awake. It's weird,
Right.
I can't explain it, but yeah, but I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
know
you're
that was just like
correct.
weird. So yeah.
Wow. Wow, night
Yeah,
witches. That's scary. That's
exactly.
a scary thing to teach a child.
Exactly. Right.
Like
But for them all, like, and like, luckily, I've never told my children about this. But like, it's just the funny enough. Like, it's just like the things that we tell. Like, I mean, I'm all for holistic and belief, but you got to
yeah.
have some kind of sense behind it. That was just like
Yeah.
some old person's like, oh, it's a night witch, baby. Don't listen to them. Like, just stay still. Let them do what they got to do, and they go about the business. Just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened in my mind. So number
Wow.
one is something that actually kind of did blow my mind.
Number 1 or number 3? Number 3?
Number one.
Number
Number
oh, we're
one.
going
Oh,
backwards.
I'm sorry. Number three. No, I'm sorry. Number
Number
three.
3?
My third one. My third one
Is it number 1
is
or number 3? What do you
it's
know
my
to do?
number one, but it's the number three on the list. So
Okay, so it's not a number 2. We're okay.
number two. So Q-tips are not made for your ears.
Stop it. No, I don't wanna hear it. Stop it. No.
I
No.
kid you not. And so here's the funny thing. So Q-tips were originally designed
Mhm.
to help parents clean the outer rim of a baby's ear, but they were never intended to clean the ear canal. And if you don't believe me, anybody watching or listening,
Mhm.
grab your nearest box of Q-tips, and on it there is a big disclaimer on the side of the box that says, "Do not stick in ear canal. Not intended for ears." I promise you.
I, I don't disbelieve you. However, I don't want to believe you. Um,
Right? Exactly.
I am a big Q-tip ear person.
Right.
I don't know. I don't understand the concept of how people think they're pushing earwax into the ear. Like you don't like there's a finesse to it. You don't like take the Q-tip and go "Meh," and jam it in your
And that's the problem. A lot of people do that and they end up pushing earwax further into their ear. Because
it's
like,
gotta like there's like a twist technique to it and like
right.
a twist and pull. Like a
So funny enough, when I found this out, I stopped using Q-tips. So I use a washcloth, and when I'm washing, I
Yep.
take the washcloth, I stick it as far as I can to
Mm,
get the outer
mm.
stuff, and then I just leave it alone. And that just works for me. And no one has ever mentioned to me that they can see my earwax or I got nasty ears and stuff like that. And I go to my yearly physical. My doctor doesn't say anything, so it must be fine. But I found this out, and I was just like, "Are you serious?" You know how many times my parents or an adult figure would stick a Q-tip in my ear, or and I've even done it to my kids, like cleaning their ears out and
Yeah.
stuff, like because it's just a common thing. We think we're supposed to be using Q-tips that way, and we're not.
And it feels good. I'm not gonna lie. It does feel good to like get in there and like
Actually, I guess I'm the only person who like I don't really like that sensation. Like when
really?
even when I did it, it was okay, but like everyone's like it was so orgasmic, and I'm just like it's like I'm just cleaning my ears. I don't know what you guys are doing with your Q-tips, but I'm just cleaning my ears. I'm sorry, I don't know.
So ear cleaning with Q-tips is like the wind for me.
Is it now?
Your satisfaction rating with Q-tips is like my satisfaction rating with the wind.
Pretty much, yes, exactly, 100%, yes,
Oh,
yes.
wowzers, wowzers, wowzers. Well, those are interesting.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I found that there's a lot of things that we think are true that are not. When I was putting this together
Hmm.
and thinking about these
Yeah.
things, there's like a ton of
Hmm.
stuff that we just take for fact, and
Hmm.
it's all lies, Jay. It's all lies.
Well, I think it's one of those things that like when it comes from authority or someone that we trust,
Mm,
regardless of how stupid it sounds,
yeah,
we're gonna believe it because
mm,
it's someone that again we trust and it's an authority. So it's
exactly.
just weird the
I'm
way it
just glad
works.
that at least like the Easter Bunny is going to be coming this weekend, so I'll be able to catch up with him and just you
And
know
chat it up a little bit. Hopefully,
Yeah,
he,
I mean, they
yeah,
can't ruin everything for us.
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So yeah. Let's move on to our favorite foods, my friend.
All right, favorite foods. All right.
Favorite foods. You go
Mhm.
first because I'm always intrigued by you always have good ones. I feel like mine are so basic, but like because I'm that basic bish. But I feel like
We are anything but basic. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. You are anything but basic. So my top three favorite foods. So like anyone who's following me on Instagram knows that I love food,
oh,
particularly
we both
vegan
do.
food.
We both
Love
do. We're
food. We both
foodies.
do.
We are
Yes,
foodies.
definitely.
We are foodies. Yeah.
And so I love eating food. I love tasting food. I love the textures, all that lovely stuff.
Mm.
But when you come down to my favorite foods,
Mm.
I'm sorry, I might be letting you down, my friend, because I
Oh,
go for like simple, like my favorite stuff is just simple stuff that I could either just grab real quick.
yep.
My comfort foods, those are my
Mm.
favorites. So my favorite number five is my homemade pizza. I don't make the crust. I haven't got to that point, that level yet, but I
Mhm.
buy crust and
Mhm.
then I just make the toppings and homemade, and I love that. That's my number five.
Nice. I love that. Do you ever use pita bread? Because I use pita for.
I do sometimes. I do sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on what kind of feel I'm going for. Like if I want to be more Italian, I get pita bread
Oh,
sometimes. So,
hey.
do a little, make myself feel
Manja
fancy
manja.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly. uh, number four
Mhm.
is a good key lime pie. I
Oh,
haven't found a good vegan key lime pie. A lot of people have given me different names. I've tried it done
yep.
a bunch, and nothing is as good as I want it to be
Right.
yet.
Mhm.
But key lime pie, oh my God, I love a good slice of key lime pie. Just
Good to know.
love
I
it.
never would have picked that for you. Good
And
to know.
most people don't. Like, I guess I just
Yeah.
don't look like a key lime kind of person, but I love key
Key
lime pie.
lime
Love it.
guy. What is
Yeah.
the tartness? The tartness with
I
the
think that's what it is. Like
yeah.
that mixture of sweet and a little
Mhm.
bit of tart. Oh,
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, and plus the crust. The crust is always
Oh,
my graham cracker crust is always my
mm.
favorite part of it.
All about the crust.
Exactly, exactly. So number three is mint chocolate chip ice cream. I tend to try my best to keep
Ooh.
a non-dairy mint chocolate chip. Ben and
Mhm.
Jerry's. Oh
Mhm.
my God, they are my saviors. I love their vegan brands
Yeah.
because they have a good one. I try my best to keep 1 pint in the freezer at all times for when I
Uh-huh.
get that craving. I don't eat it
Uh-huh.
every day, but I
Yep.
have it there just in case. So
Mhm.
yeah. And
Very nice.
also, my number two is again, all my peeps come from the South. Oh
Mhm.
my God, a good baked macaroni and cheese.
Oh, holla. Shut
Oh, and
your
this isn't just,
mouth.
and this
Mm,
just isn't macaroni and cheese that you put in the
mm,
mic. No, I'm talking about like a good,
mhm, mhm.
um,
Gen
soul
mhm,
grandmama
mm.
baked macaroni and cheese, got the crust all around the sun. Oh my God, it's making me hungry right now just thinking
Do you
about
put
it.
the breadcrumbs on the top?
Oh, it depends sometimes. Like me, I haven't perfected making it yet.
Mm.
But like my wife can do it really good. My grandmother, good rest her soul. My grandmother used to be able to do it really good.
Mm.
Oh my God. Like, yes, a
Nothing like
good
some soul
baked.
food.
Exactly. I mean, it's not healthy, but oh my God, so good. So good.
Yeah. Well, once in a while, it's a treat. It's a little,
Exactly. And honestly,
some
like
soul food, some
there
mac and
is
cheese, and some
there's
shallow
a
fried chicken.
debate. There's a debate if baked macaroni and cheese can
Mm.
be a whole meal or if it's just a side. I
Ooh.
like it either way, but if I had my choice, I would eat it for a meal all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah. I have to say it's a meal with some side veggies. I'd do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So my number one, and I'm sure anyone who's been listening to the show
Yep.
probably already knows what my number one is, but
Yep.
it's homemade stove popcorn with just a little bit of salt. Number one. Oh my God. Ooh. Make your head won't pop off right now. Oh my God. Oh, just thinking about it. Should make something right now. Man.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Popcorn is your favorite. We all know
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes.
And you actually taught me a great way to make it. So
I
I'm
did.
forever in your debt, sir.
You said you tried it. It came out. So
It
yes.
did. It did. Much better than my burn technique. I mean, let me tell you, if anyone's perfected how to burn things, your girl right here got you.
So hold on. So I wasn't always able to cook popcorn because everybody has to go through a learning spell, right?
Right.
So I remember there was one time when I was a teenager, I was starting to learn how to cook on the stove by myself without any help, right?
Yep.
And me and my brother were in the house by ourselves, and we both was like, "Hey, we want some popcorn." And at this point we had seen my father cook it thousands of times, right? So we knew exactly what we were doing. So I got the pot, put some seeds in, put the oil. It's popping away, right? Me and my brother aren't thinking about it. We go back in the kitchen. The smoke detector's going off. Smoke is going everywhere. I pick up the hot pot, drop it immediately because I forgot to grab anything to grab the pot with. I finally go get a towel. And then like me and my brother like, well, where do we go? We got to throw it out. We got to throw it out. So then for some reason, there was a box, like a cardboard box sitting in the kitchen. Like I guess my grandmother was doing something with it. But anyway, so I take the seeds and all the popcorns, I dump them immediately into the box, right? Yep. Thinking that would like help slow down the heat process and all that lovely stuff. And I go to pour it back on I put the pot back on the stove. I go to grab the box to take the box outside. Everything immediately falls right out the box, goes all over the floor. And my brother's just standing there looking at me like, what are we gonna do now? Right?
Don't tell mom.
Exactly, right? So luckily we didn't burn down the house or anything. So that was my first time cooking popcorn and trying to be all fancy. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So it happens to the best of us.
Yes. Well, I prefer to call it what's the term we use? Cajun. Yes.
Oh yes, Cajun style. Yes.
Yes. Cajun
a little burnt. Yes. Definitely. So what are your top 5 favorite foods?
Yes. So my top 5 are in no particular order, really, but I love salads. Salads I can eat every day.
I'm getting more and more into salads.
Yeah. I usually have a salad every day. It's just my favorite thing in the world to eat since I was born. It was like my favorite thing to eat.
So if you had to, what's your go-to salad right now? If you're building your salad right now, what's in it?
You know what? I just make it with whatever I have around. It's usually lettuce is the base, like a romaine lettuce is the base. And I usually have, like peppers and olives and croutons and mushrooms.
Ooh, okay.
And then if I have an avocado on hand, I'll throw that in there. Sometimes I'll throw in a little bit of steamed broccoli or corn or something in there. Yeah, I make it's like just a mismatch of stuff, and it's so good. And I usually do like a really light dressing, like just a little bit of olive oil, or if I put an avocado, then I don't have dressing because I'll just smash the avocado in there. Or like a lemon juice and olive oil. It's just, or a little bit of honey. Sometimes not honey. What do you call it?
Agave?
No, the yellow stuff that makes you not think bad. Mustard.
Oh, okay.
Because mustard is good for depression. That's what I was thinking. That.
Right. But
Yeah.
yeah, like people don't realize like a good, well-built salad can
Yeah.
be a meal as long as all
Oh, it
your
is.
healthy bases and minerals,
Yep.
vitamins are in there. It could be a
Yeah.
good fulfilling meal. It's not just some like lettuce and
Mhm.
carrots, you know.
Oh,
So
exactly. And you can put anything in there, like, like I
yes.
said, you just whatever, right? So salad's number
Hmm.
1. Number 2, I
Yeah.
love pizza. Gosh, I
Oh
love pizza.
yes.
I
Yes.
usually I make pita pizzas. So I
Hmm.
use a pita bread for the base, and then I'll put my olive oil on there and my seasonings
Oh,
and a little bit of vegan cheese and
yes.
just some, maybe some pineapple and olives. Just, oh, so good. So good. I did see a 2 ingredient, 3 ingredient pizza dough on TikTok.
Hmm.
So I
Okay.
tried that on the weekend.
Hmm. Yeah.
The first one, as you know, burnt. The
Yeah.
second one burnt on the edges, but it didn't cook in the middle all the way. So I haven't really perfected that one.
Hmm.
It was interesting to make.
Yeah.
So the
So what are the
original,
3 ingredients?
yeah, the original recipe calls for self-rising flour and Greek yogurt. So
Hmm.
uh,
Okay.
I have whole wheat flour. So because it's not self-rising, I had to add a little bit of baking soda,
Right.
baking powder.
Yeah.
And then I found a vegan coconut yogurt, so I
Yeah.
used that.
Okay.
Um, and it came together really well. Like
Hmm.
I was like impressed with myself. I thought this was going to be the bomb diggity,
Yeah.
and I rolled it out, and it looked promising,
Hmm.
but it didn't. The middle didn't cook properly, so it was a little
Mm.
doughy. So I mean, the
Yeah.
dogs really enjoyed it. Um,
Hmm.
the dogs enjoyed the pizza. They
Yeah,
are
they
they
tend
are
to
like
do. Yeah.
food stealers. They are, so my dogs are like on a vegan, they eat a vegan diet, right? So
Yeah. Hmm.
but
Yeah.
that's all they do is just steal my food, little nose miners. Um but, so they go nuts over they go
Right.
nuts over pizza. They've been on
Hmm.
a Brussels sprouts kick lately. Brussels sprouts and
Oh.
strawberries.
Okay.
They've
I
been like
love.
all about that.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so anywho. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Number 3.
Hmm.
As you said earlier, popcorn, popcorn, popcorn.
Yes.
One of
Yes.
my favorite foods. I love
Hmm.
it. I love it with
Right.
some butter. And yes, it's vegan butter. Don't add us. Don't write
Yeah,
it.
I know, right?
You said butter. Is it vegan? Yes, it's vegan. Ugh.
And see that brings up a good point because like everyone knows who follows me for like a hot second knows that I'm vegan, right? So anytime I post anything that just says food or what
Cheese.
that item is, yeah, they're like, "Well, is it vegan?" I'm like, "Well, of course it is." But why do I see if I say it's vegan, then you're mad at me because I always say things are vegan or like I
Yeah.
always like push vegan down your throat. But as soon
Yeah,
as the
yeah.
moment I don't say vegan, where's it vegan? Well, I can't win with you people. I can't
I
win.
can't
Sorry.
can't win with you.
So yeah, but I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so pretty much everything we talk about on the show,
Yeah.
if it has to do with me and Jay and food, it's vegan. So just
Word.
disclaimer, yes, it's
Yes.
vegan.
Not hating on pre-vegans, but it's just that's our thing, vegans.
No,
So
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. To each their own.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is just what we do. That's how we roll. We make money moves, boo. That's just what we're saying.
Word. What?
um, oh, BTW, as an
Mm-hmm.
aside, I
Okay.
listened to some Biggie this morning and I felt quite happy about it. I know.
How could you not feel happy listening to Biggie?
I
Baby,
know. I'm just
baby.
a girl. Number 4 on my list is
Mm-hmm.
veggies. I just love a good veggie tray. Like,
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
just love a good a
Mm-hmm.
crudité, as they say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crudité. And number 5, your girl got to get some chocolate in there, some dark chocolate.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Ooh.
Oh goodness.
My.
My. Some dark chocolate in the middle of the night will do a girl good.
Oh. Well.
I have to say it's very high in magnesium, so
Mm-hmm.
it's excellent for those who are
Yeah.
stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, chocolate is on my list. So yeah, and I have to say, I found a
Yeah.
new. I think I sent it to you. There's a new guy on Instagram that I just found. He's
Mm-hmm.
a vegan chef. This young kid. He makes all kinds of really cool vegan dishes, but like it's like Chinese food and Japanese food and like really unique
Oh,
stuff. He
yeah.
makes that chicken that everyone's making with the bread and the dough in the water where you wash it, and it's like seitan.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for
Exactly.
anyone
Yeah.
listening, let me inform you, it's called seitan, not Satan, not Satan. It's called seitan. So
I'm only laughing so hard because I am guilty of calling it everything but its actual name.
you
I get paranoid and I get anxiety every time I see it, and I have to tell someone. I'm like, it's Satan, Satan. Like I get nervous, like because I always think I'm going to mess it up.
Ah,
And I'm sorry, my bad, my apologies. I'll do better.
you know, I'm a little bit of a grammar queen, right? So I just want to put it out there.
No, at all. No.
I'm just saying. I mean, I appreciate the English
Oh
language.
man.
I have no desire to butcher it.
Mm,
So yeah. Anyways, I can't find the
mhm.
guy now, but I'll try to find him and we'll mention him on the
Yeah.
next show maybe, because he's
Hmm.
got some like really great videos
Yeah.
and really great foods.
Hmm.
Fantabulous, fantabulous.
Yeah.
So those are my foods.
Hmm.
Should we now we have a new segment called We Tried It, speaking of food.
Yeah. Which we might have to tweak the word because we technically haven't tried it yet,
Well, we are going to try it right now.
but
So
we are going to try it.
by
Yes.
the
So I
time the
don't know.
show airs, we will have
Hmm.
tried it.
Ooh, okay. I guess you are correct. And yes. Yes.
Um,
Cannot argue. Yes.
and this is something that I have just
Mm.
fallen in love with. I think it's the one of the best things I have ever tried in my entire life.
So wait a minute. Have you already tried it?
I have yeah, I have. Yeah, all right. Sure I have.
Oh, so you were so mad at me earlier in the show. So I'm thinking we're going to come on here with our actual reactions because I haven't tried this.
Well, okay, but I haven't had it in a long time. And
I
yeah,
feel
okay.
bamboozled.
Yeah,
I
okay.
feel
Yeah,
swindled.
no,
I
I could
feel
see
everything out of the
that.
20s that they used to say on the TV show because wow.
Yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I'm sorry, Jay, but I want to try this together. I want to get our
My heart
reaction.
hurts.
Oh,
No, we didn't try it together because you already tried it.
well, we're going to try it
Oh.
together now. For the love of pickles, Jay. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just so good. And I wanted you to experience this. And I had to get you to try it somehow. I'm only thinking of
Well,
you.
I've never tried this before, but I'll tell you a secret.
Okay.
So I don't do it much now, but when I was a kid,
Mm,
we didn't have a lot. So like I used
mm,
to have to eat a lot of peanut butter and jellies. I never went to bed
uh-huh,
hungry, but we didn't
uh-huh,
have a lot. So I
uh-huh.
always tried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yep.
And then one day, as I was trying to figure out something to eat, I
Mhm.
put relish on my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it was so good.
What?
So I have a feeling this is probably without the jelly, but I have a feeling this
Yep.
is going to taste kind of. And I know there are people out there like, "Oh, really? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the combination of things that work.
Surprise. Food combinations can blow your
Yes,
mind.
be willing to try."
I tried to get, our dear friends M and D.
Hmm. Yes.
I tried to
Hmm.
get M on the peanut butter pickle
Hmm.
joint, but she was
Yeah.
not having it. So you're missing out, M. Just saying.
Right. Exactly.
So,
Hmm.
all right. Well, I
Hmm.
have, and we are not sponsored by any of these products.
Yeah.
I'll cover the label. I have crunchy
Yeah.
peanut butter, crunchy.
So I have smooth. I have smooth.
Oh, Jay. Oh,
I
Jay.
didn't do when this was purchased. I wasn't doing the grocery shopping, and we already
Oh,
had it. I wasn't going to go out and buy a new.
what is the
Trust me, I'll
point?
put it on the list. I'll put it on the list for chunky.
Oh man. All right.
I
Well,
like them big. I like them
I
chunky.
like 'em
I'm sorry.
chunky.
That's a whole. That's a whole sorry.
Okay, so take a scoop of peanut butter
Okay.
and put
Well,
it
I have a
on-
knife. So yeah. But yeah.
Well, okay,
I'm
knife
peanut
it. Knife your peanut butter. And you want to you get a dill pickle and
Wait a
put
minute, no, I have flaccid. I don't have dill. I have
Oh,
flaccid.
you have the Vlasics. Well, aren't they dill pickles? What kind of are they not dill? What are they?
Kosher dill. Kosher dill.
Are they
Yeah.
sweet pickles? What
Yeah.
like
Flaccid. I don't
you've
know.
got smooth peanut butter and a sweet pickle. What is going on in your life, bro?
Hey, because I'm that kind of guy, baby.
You make funny moves, Drew. You make funny moves. So put a little bit of
Okay.
the old peanut butter on the
Okay.
pickle.
All right. We
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Yeah. Add
I
a
feel
little.
so weird. I'm rubbing peanut butter on my pickle. I feel so
Uh,
weird.
I love I am a huge fan of peanut butter, and I love to put it on. Sorry, what?
Freudian slip there.
What?
Okay. But all right.
But a little bit
Okay.
of the
All right.
yeah, got it on there.
Okay, my peanut butter's on the pickle. Yeah.
Okay,
For
and
everybody watching can see us. We're holding it up. We got it.
holding, that's what she said.
Okay.
So
We're 12 today,
laughed,
clearly. We're 12.
laughed.
All right.
Okay, on
So wait, hold on. Do we take a bite or are we sticking the whole thing in our mouth?
well, I don't know what your history is, but I'm gonna take a bite. Again, so is it on three, like 1, 2, 3, and then bite, or 1, 2, and then bite on three? Like what? How are we gonna do it?
1, 2, 3,
And
bite.
then bite. Okay, all right.
Okay, got it.
Okay, ready?
All
1,
right. 1,
2.
2.
Wait, 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 wait.
What?
I just want to say,
What?
that I'm really glad you're doing this with me, and I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else, any other co-host other than you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I feel special.
just wanted you to know that. Okay.
Like we're going off the war, but thank you. Okay.
Peanut butter and pickles. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh. Mm. 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 Mm.
It's not that. It's not what I thought. It's not. Don't taste like how I thought it was going to taste.
Mm.
That's for sure.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
It's not. It's different. I think this is one of those things that, like, when you try it at first, you're gonna be like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but then I can see myself coming back to this because I enjoy it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
If that made sense.
It does.
Uh-huh.
This is a repeat performer for me. It is so
Ready for round 2? All right.
Oh, it is so good. The creaminess with the tangy pickle.
I hope there are some AMSRs out there listening right now as we crunch on the mics.
Oh man. Yeah. So out of we should grade it. We should grade it out of 5.
Okay.
Right?
All right. Mm-hmm.
So out of 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. What's your verdict?
I would say,
Mm-hmm.
wait a minute. 1's worst, 5 is best of like everything I've ever had, or like, well, the best of what?
Analytical J is in the house. Welcome.
Yes, he really
welcome,
is.
Analytical J.
It
Welcome.
really
Thank
is.
you for joining us.
Overthinking this way too much.
1 is the worst, 5 is the best. Rating.
Okay.
Out of 1 to 5, where would you
Mhm.
place the pickle and the peanut butter?
I don't know if I could rate that, but the peanut butter that I had was, I would say, it was. I would give it a. I would give it a. Oh wow! I'm having difficulty rating it because I think there was a lot of shock value in it. So I would give it a 3.5 right now.
Ooh, okay.
And here's why I would give it a 3.5.
I'm not mad at that.
I would give it 3.5 because I think I was expecting a different type of taste. And when I didn't get that, I had to readjust what I was thinking. It tasted good.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see myself probably doing this like later around the house or something. Like it's almost like celery and peanut butter,
Mm-hmm.
except there's more of a vinegary, crispy taste.
Yes.
Kind of, right?
Yes.
So yeah, 3.5 with a reoccurring. And I think that rating would probably go up the more and more I'd have it later on. Like if you ask me this like next year when we're doing the show, I would probably say, 5 by far. But as of right now, it's like 3.5 because it's shock value.
Okay, fantastic. Why do I all of a sudden I want a taco? I don't know. Okay, I have to give it a 4. I have to give it a 4. So I'm not mad at your 3.5 because I'd give it a 4. Yeah, it's not the most mind blowing, like the best thing ever.
Right, exactly.
But it's up there. I mean, it's up there. It's a good go to snack. So I love it. Yeah.
Fair enough. I get that.
Well, thank you for participating in this new segment.
Of course. Thank you for presenting it. It was okay.
Yeah, and I can't wait to try something else with you next week.
Yeah.
Just,
yes. I
let's
wonder
how
what
we,
that'll be. We'll see.
That's how we keep
Yeah.
this co-host relationship
Mhm.
alive, folks. We like to spice
Okay.
things up.
Keep it spicy, a little saucy. Yeah.
Should we move on to our 3-question draw?
Yes, we shall. We
All
shall.
right. I would love for you to go first, sir.
Okay, so I'm asking you the questions first. So
Correct
let's
Monday.
see. First question.
Mhm.
What is the worst pickup line that you've ever heard used on you?
Mm. The worst. I've had some doozies. The
Oh,
worst
hmm,
pickup line.
yeah.
um, hmm, Probably the real sly.
Hmm.
Hey, baby, why don't you write your number down before I don't want it no more?
Really? Someone actually used that? Yo, that is so like 90s corny. Like, yo, that is something Will Prince on the Fresh Prince would have said. Yo,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've
wow.
had some doozies. I've had some like, yeah.
Wow.
But off the top of my head, that's probably one that stands out. We should do,
Wow.
we should do next show,
Uh-huh.
worst dates ever. And
Worst. Oh,
we
okay.
should do that on,
Okay.
next show.
All right.
Yeah, that's,
What's
yeah.
this? All right.
Pickup lines. That one stays in the upper echelon of bad pickup
Wow.
lines.
And he probably walked with such confidence that he knew he had it, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. I can see that. Wow. Question number 2. If you had 24 hours to change one event in history, what event would it be?
Ooh, in my life or in the history of the world?
History of the world.
History of the world.
History of the world. One event.
Gosh.
24 hours to change it. What would the event be? Don't
Mm,
have to worry about getting into details, but just what would the event be?
mm. Black Friday sale, Best Buy, 1997.
Okay, saying it like that, I think we're gonna have to have some like a story time. Like that's very like Black what?
That's a tough one, Jay. That's a tough one because I think everything that's happened in history has like
Yeah.
resulted in something like for a greater purpose or awareness. Do you know what I mean? So
No, I agree with that.
changing those facts, changing
Mm-hmm.
those things,
Mm-hmm.
would have directly changed the course of where we are today. And like, oh my
Hmm.
gosh, is it, as you know me, I never live
Yeah.
with regrets. So that's a hard one for me.
Okay, fair
But
enough. That's fair.
yeah.
That's an honest answer. So yeah. So number 3, what's a happy memory
Hmm.
that you revisit from time to time?
Hmm. Anytime I've spent time with my grandparents when I was a kid. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Um,
so
so
sweet.
in
I mean, I
particular,
honestly thought you were going to say anytime you spent with me, but the grandparents I'll pat. I'll let that slide. So I
well, I
understand that.
figured
I
you
get that.
you
Okay.
would automatically know that one, so I wanted to like go to like the second option, which is
Okay.
like,
True. True. Very true. Okay.
but just my papa holding me
Hmm.
in his arms in the at the by the kitchen counter, like
Yeah.
looking out the kitchen window, and he
Mm-hmm.
knew all the different kinds of birds.
Mm-hmm.
There was like lots of big trees in our backyard, and so he would
Mm-hmm.
hold me up and hold me to the window, and he'd show me all the different birds. He'd say, "See, that's a blue jay, and that's a robin redbreast," and
Mm-hmm.
so that, and then probably making gingerbread men with my nana.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
those are happy
Okay.
memories. Yeah,
Oh.
and I'm gonna just take a break now, and I'll be right back. Okay.
No, that was supposed to be a happy question.
Somebody pass the pickles.
I know, right? Get the tissue. Get the pickles.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here we go. Here's 3
Alrighty.
for you. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you set?
Yes.
Okay. Here. You're like, I've had enough of your nonsense today, Jenny. Just
I
ask me
don't
the
know
damn
what's coming.
question.
I'm a little afraid now.
Question number 1.
Mhm.
If you could win $1 million or make $1 million, which would you choose?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Mhm.
But I would rather make $1 million because if I won it, I would hope that I would be able to learn how to keep it and keep making it. But if I legitly made it and earned $1 million, by default, I've learned how to make $1 million so I can keep making it. So yeah,
Mm. Legitly. Oh,
legitly.
legitly. That's
Hmm.
in the okay, good.
Yeah.
Number two.
Maybe we should come up with like Jay's words. The things Jay says.
Welcome to our show. Jay hates Jenny.
Jay-isms.
Question number two. If you could
Uh,
clone yourself at any age,
mm,
what age would you choose to clone yourself at?
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think knowing what my motivation for cloning myself would have to factor in, but I'm not going to overthink it. I would say I would clone myself at this age with everything that I know and the
Oh,
experience. Because if I did it at any other age, I
yeah.
don't think I would be as happy or as content. So I would do it at this age.
Aw. And you are a very happy person, Jay. You're very
Oh, thank you. I
positive
try.
and yeah, good family man. A lot of
Mhm.
respect for that. Number three. If you could be president of any country, what country would you choose?
If I could be president of any country, wow. Oh,
Mhm. Mm.
my first thought was going to be Canada, but for two
Ooh.
reasons I can't say Canada because it's cold and that what your prime minister,
Uh-huh.
like I love him to death, so I would never want to take over his job. So
Okay.
I can't do that. So if I could do any country, wow. I would say I would do. Oh, Jenny, I don't know.
It's a tough one, huh?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of continents are coming in my mind. I'm trying to think
Mm.
country. So I would do. I think I would do Japan.
Ooh,
Yeah,
snap, son.
I think I would do Japan.
That was
I've
out of
always
left field. I did not expect that from you. I am impressed.
Yeah, because like I've always loved Japanese and Chinese culture.
Mhm.
I
Yep.
love the technology aspect of it.
Mhm.
I just I just I just love that, and it would give me another reason to learn Japanese. So plus the anime. So yeah, I would love it.
Hey,
So yeah,
wowzers. I love that answer. Japan.
Japan.
Wow. Jay Reese for president in Japan 2024.
Word.
Word up. Well, that has been our three question draw. And
Yep.
rumor has it, sir, you have a tip of the day. And I am super excited to hear this tip of the day. As you know, the tip of the days from you are my favorite because I never know what to expect.
Oh, I
Yes.
love it. And this one
Mhm.
is this one hits kind of close to home.
Oh,
And I've talked to a lot of other friends of mine who happen to have kids.
yes.
And we all kind of go through similar struggles because, right now with quarantine going on, a lot of kids are stuck at home
Hmm.
and the kids are watching too much TV, but that's no problem. See, put the subtitles on and boom, now your kids are reading. Problem solved.
Oh,
Problem solved.
what?
Yes. So
Mind
again,
blown.
exactly. If your
Mind
kids are
blown.
watching too much TV and you need them to read, just put the subtitles on and bam,
Turn the
now
sound
they're
down.
reading.
Turn the sound down. Subtitles on. What?
Exactly.
You
See, told you.
are a problem solver, Jay.
Yes, exactly.
God, you are
Problem solver.
so multifaceted and multi-talented. I
What?
can't even tell like the level of respect that I had for you at the beginning of the
Yeah.
show is
Mm-hmm.
just
Yeah.
now upped like tenfold. I can't
What, c-
that blows my mind. Love
what
it.
can I say, man? Like I'm a life changer. I give the audience what they need, and these tips, man. They're just
Changing lives. Changing lives right here on Wake Up with Jenny and Jay. Changing
exactly
lives.
every
Yeah.
time. Every time.
Fantastic. Well, my friend, it has been a fabulous show. It was so good to
Absolutely.
see you again. I feel like I haven't
Yes,
seen you since last Monday.
I know, right?
Is
It
just
was like months ago.
redundant. It was like back
The
in
way it felt.
2020. It was weird.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We want to remind people to stay tuned for our Wednesday funnies. We have to perfect that. Wednesday Funnies coming up. We have BTW, exciting news. We have 100 followers on our Wake Up with Jenny and Jay
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
That is dope. And thank you, everyone who's
Yeah.
following us. We appreciate you so much. And please give us some feedback. Let us know what you'd like to hear, what you don't like, and all that lovely good stuff. Give that feedback. We
Yes.
appreciate you so much.
Oh,
Thank you.
do you know what one thing that came up and that we forgot to mention, and we can just include it in right now, is we got
Yeah.
our first question. So for those of us who don't know,
Ooh.
we have a link on our Wake Up with Jenny and Jay Instagram, and it
Mm-hmm.
is a Beacons app. It's through a Beacons app, so you can go on there and you
Mm-hmm.
can interact with us and you can ask us questions, and we'll read your
Right.
question on the show.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just fit it in right now because we got our
Yeah,
first
sure.
question
Sure.
from Mr. You talk amongst yourselves, Jay, while I figure out who's this
Yeah.
question from.
So everyone, like, asking us questions
Uh-huh.
helps us figure out a lot of different things. It lets us figure out what's going. Oh,
Ruh-roh.
sorry, the phone's ringing. I know, right?
Ruh-roh.
So it helps us like figure out our place in life, and plus it gives us a way to connect with you guys and let you know, or not let you know, but it gives us an opportunity to know what you're thinking,
Mhm.
and we just get to have a nice good conversation about whatever that question may possibly be. We don't know what the question is, but we're willing to talk
Absolutely,
about
yeah,
it.
and it gives us some insight of what you want us to see and talk about on the show. So
Yeah.
this question comes to us from Nicholas Williams, and the question is: talk about a concept of a 4-day work week and how it would improve morale in America. So
Ooh,
so this person
yes.
is obviously Mr. Williams obviously lives
Hmm.
in the US, but we could
Yeah.
do the global question. So what's your thoughts on
Mhm.
the 4-day work week? What do you think about that?
So, if people don't know, I used to be in the military. I'm a vet. I'm an
Mm.
Air Force veteran, and I had the privilege to be able to go overseas and connect with a lot of our men and women
Mhm.
across the waters. And in a
Yep.
lot of countries, they have 4-day work weeks, and it works amazingly well
Wow.
because you spend, I mean, you're still spending majority of your time at work, but you get that 3-day weekend.
Mhm.
So you know how like a lot of people are so happy for Friday and that productivity just falls off because you're just ready to go ahead and get started, where
Yeah.
you don't have that in a 4-day week. In my opinion, you don't have
Mhm.
that. And it, to me, it just always seems like more people are willing to work harder on those 4 days to get that 3-day weekend. And
Yeah.
even like we had a rotating schedule of 4 on, 3 off, and then it
Mm.
would be 3 on, 4 off. And when we were at work, productivity was like always high because we were happier. Like we got to do what we, not what we wanted, but we got to be more productive because we were so much happier.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
Mhm.
I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of the
Yeah.
4-day work week as long as it's
Mhm.
not like overburdening people with too many hours in that day. So if
Agreed.
we're shoving so many hours into
Hmm.
a day, like making those days longer just to get in the week's amount of work hours in those 4 days, I mean, that could be
Right.
stressful too. Like, if we're used to working an 8-hour days and now we're working
Hmm.
12 hours just to get that one day off. I mean, I think that might be hard for people like parents and
Hmm.
if you've got a lot of family or outside obligations. So
Right.
but if it's still a kind of a regular 8 or 9 hour workday,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm all for the 4-day work weeks. I think we need an extra day on the weekend. Like 2 days is not really enough. Like and I feel like the weekend isn't really 2 days because I feel like you just get one day. 'Cause
Essentially, yeah, because like they've shown that there are plenty of people who have heart attacks and or die on Sunday evenings because they're so stressed out about going into work on Monday.
Mm, insane. So, yeah, so that's a great question. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas Williams, for that
Yeah,
question. And it seems like we agree with the 4-day work week. Yeah, we're fans of it.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We want to thank everybody for listening to us. We want to remind
Hmm.
everybody to like, subscribe, share, follow, and re-listen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Google Podcast, and wherever they play podcasts, right?
Yes,
All right, my friend. Well, it was great to see you. I've enjoyed the show with you, and I can't wait for our Wednesday funnies. And
yes. We got some good ones coming up.
we have some good ones, so stay
Yes.
tuned. All right, my friend. We'll see you later.
All right, everyone. Catch you
Bye.
later.